A very good vlog, dear students. Here I am Nikita ma'am, your geography teacher. So today, students, we are going to discuss about the representation of various features on the topographical map, how we can identify various features on the map. First is the relief features. It's very clear that what you mean by relief. Relief means the areas which are high above the surface. Okay, so on a topo sheet, the study of relief includes a description of mountain, plateaus, plain, slope of the land, and the highest as well as the lowest points. So all these features can be identified with the help of contours, which are already drawn in the brown color on the topo sheet. Okay, you all must know about it that contour lines are used to show the relief features of a place on a topo sheet. Okay, these are brown colored lines which join the places of the same height. Okay, next is that the spacing of the contour expresses the steepness or the slope. Okay, we all already know that the spaces between the contour lines express that how steep a slope is or the gentle a slope is. Okay, nearer the contour lines, the more steep is the slope, and far apart the contour lines, then it means that the slope is gentle. That if contours are crowded together, it means that within a short distance there is a great change in the height and slope is steep. And widely spaced contour lines means if there is a wide gap between the contour lines, that means a gradual change in height and a gentle slope. Now, what is the basis of identification of various relief features? Okay, so first is the presence or absence of contours, and second is the space between them. Okay, so first we'll get to identify the highland area. Okay, first is which is mountain plateaus or glaciers. Okay, so if the contours are large in number and are closer together, it's a mountainous area. Closer contour lines represent mountainous area, means the steep slopes. Value of contours exceed 1000 meters. Obviously the heights of mountains vary from 800, means 600 to above. Okay, so it exceeds 1000 meters. Contour shows steep slopes, V-shaped valley, waterfalls, water divides, etc. We all have already studied that what is the pattern of showing these all through contours on the topographical map. Okay, so you can refer to that. And the presence of U-shaped valley, hanging valley, cirques, etc. suggests that the area has been glaciated. Okay, so if there has been denudation by the glacier water, then there will be U-shaped valley, there will be hanging valleys. Okay, next, if the value of the contours varies from 200 to 1000 meters, then they follow an irregular path and it's a plateau area. Okay, means that if following an irregular path and having a height variation of 200 to 1000 meters, it means that it's a plateau area, it's not a continuous rising steep slope. Okay, next is lowland area. How do we identify the lowland area? If there is no contour, or if the contours are very few, are spread wide apart, then the area is a plain. Okay, basic differences: the contours in highland area are very closer to each other, whereas in the lowland areas these are spaced wide apart. Okay, in a plain the river valleys are broad, okay, and shallow, and the river course is meandering or braided. Okay, meandering means taking turns from the small rocks, okay, which are present on the plain areas, okay, in their course. It means that basically the river valleys are flat and shallow. Okay, third is oxbow lakes may also be seen in such areas. Oxbow lakes, means which are the shape of like this. Okay, these kind of lakes can also be found only in the plain areas. The height and general slope of a plain is known from the spot height and benchmarks. Okay, so to know the height of the places in plain area, we refer to the benchmarks and spot heights. We have already studied them. Okay, to make it more clear, we use other methods of contouring supplemented by hachures, hill shading, etc. Spot heights, benchmark, trigonometrical stations, all these we have studied earlier. Okay, now next is relative height. Relative height means a height in comparison to another place. In areas of a steep slope, the difference between maximum and minimum is represented by R. Okay, means a difference between maximum and minimum, that is the relative height, which is represented by R, which means relative height depth. Thus, if one finds 3 R's on the topo sheet, this means that the concerned place is higher by 3 meters than its neighboring lowest place. Okay, it means that if there are 3 R's on a place, then it means that it is 3 meters higher than the neighboring place. Okay, next is drainage pattern. How we study drainage pattern? It's a concern with the study of main rivers and their tributaries with respect to size, number, direction of flow, drainage basin, slope of valley, etc. Okay, the whole pattern of flowing of a river along with the tributaries, it will be termed as the drainage pattern. So it refers to the origin and development of a stream through time, while drainage pattern means a spiral arrangement and form of drainage system in terms of geometric shapes. See, system refers to the origin and development of a stream, means from where they are coming and how they are getting divided. Whereas pattern means in what geometrical shape is the area getting covered by its streams. Okay, so we can divide them in various patterns. First is trellis pattern. Next is we have dendritic drainage pattern. Third is radial drainage pattern, and fourth is disappearing drainage pattern. Let us study them one by one. So what is a trellis drainage pattern or rectangular pattern? The tributaries can be seen meeting mainstream at right angles. Okay, the tributaries meet the main streams at the right angles, hence forming rectangulars. When there are belts of hard and soft rocks and right angles to the surface, the tributaries of the mainstream erode away the softer rock belt and often make right angles when they form a confluence with the मेन स्ट्रीम्स. ओके, इसका मतलब है कि जब इनके वे में जो है हार्ड एंड सॉफ्ट रॉक्स दोनों होती हैं, तो जो ट्रिब्यूटरीज़ होती हैं वो मेन स्ट्रीम में मिलते टाइम सॉफ्ट रॉक्स को काट देती हैं और राइट एंगल्स पे उनसे मिलती हैं. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल द पार्ट ऑफ टोपो शीट यू कैन ऑब्जर्व ट्रेलिस पैटर्न इन ग्रिड स्क्वायर 4308 and 4408. 4308. Okay, this kind of pattern here you can see. This is the pattern, this cutting at the right angles. Okay, cutting at the right angles, this one. Okay, this is a rectangular pattern, or you can say the trellis pattern. Okay, next is the dendritic pattern. So dendritic means these tree shaped drainage pattern and most common the widespread pattern to be found on the earth's surface. Okay, means branches of a tree. Dendritic means it's like a branches of a tree. Okay, like this. Okay, this is the dendritic pattern. Okay, dendrites are formed, and it's the most widespread found pattern. Like the branches of a tree, the small streams meet larger streams, and larger streams meet still larger streams, and in the end meet the main stream river. Okay, matlab very small branches, then other small branches, then meet the main stream. Okay, this pattern is also called pinnate. Here you can see the pattern like this. क्या हो रहा है इसमें? This is kind of dendritic pattern. Okay, main stream है, यहाँ से निकल रही हैं सारी streams. Okay, then it's getting merged into this one. Okay, now radial drainage pattern. Radial में क्या होता है? Radial drainage pattern is known as centrifugal pattern. Centrifugal pattern में the stream diverges from a central higher point इन ऑल डायरेक्शंस. एक पॉइंट से सारी डायरेक्शंस में स्ट्रीम फ्लो करती है, इसलिए इसे सेंट्रीफ्यूगल भी कहते हैं, सेंटर टू आउटवर्ड. ओके, द रिलीफ स्ट्रक्चर्स लाइक डोम, वॉल्केनिक कोन, रेजिडुअल हिल्स, टेबल फेवर द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ आइडियल रेडियल पैटर्न. ओके, पॉइंट एक हाइट पर होना चाहिए, तभी जो है उसकी जो स्ट्रीम्स हैं वो ऑल डायरेक्शंस में फ़्लो करती हैं. तो जो कुछ हाइट्स पे पॉइंट होते हैं वो इस तरह के रेडियल पैटर्न को डेवलप करने में हेल्प करते हैं. ओके, next is disappearing drainage pattern. In this drainage system, the streams and tributaries before reaching the main river disappear into soil of porous nature. Okay, इस तरह के स्ट्रीम्स में जो है सॉइल में स्ट्रीम मतलब मेन स्ट्रीम में पहुंचने से पहले जो ट्रिब्यूटरी होती है वो सॉइल के नीचे डिसअपियर हो जाती है. ओके, ड्यू टू हाई इवापोरेशन वो डिसअपियर भी हो सकती है. वैसे या तो सॉइल के नीचे हो जाती है या फिर वो हाई इवापोरेशन की वजह से डिसअपियर हो सकती है. सो डिसअपियरिंग ड्रेनेज पैटर्न कैन बी सीन इन द रीजन्स ऑफ लाइमस्टोन रॉक्स. ओके, लाइमस्टोन रॉक के रीजन में हम ये देख सकते हैं. ओके, So that's all about the drainage and relief pattern. We'll continue this in the next video. Till then, thank you.